Hi everyone, so for this video I'm going to give a tutorial on how to tie a figure 8 follow-through knot. This video is intended for people who are beginners at climbing and want to get into top roping, as the figure 8 follow-through knot is an essential knot needed for top roping. My name is Chitra, and I'm also going to include my website blog post that also includes some more details on the figure 8 follow-through knot. So let's just jump right into it. So for the figure 8 follow through knot, you have to get rope and you need to have a harness. So you're going to measure out the amount of rope that you need, usually an arm's length. You're going to drop one end and then you're going to make a bite. As I'm showing, you're going to wrap the rope along that bite once and then flip it and then stick it through the back, through the loop that you just made. So this makes your perfect 8 in a way. As you can see, I'm following my fingers. You can see that there's one end going in through the bottom and one end going through the top, and it makes an 8 figure, which is why it's called figure 8 follow through. So now we're going to stick the rope in to your harness through your hard points. There's different types of harnesses, but mine has 2 hard points, as I'm showing here. It's the top one and the bottom one, so I'm going to stick the harness through those loops. Make sure I'm not sticking it through that middle loop because that is used for belaying. So I'm sticking that rope through the top one along with the second one at the bottom to make sure it's super secure. And then I'm just going to start adjusting. So to start the figure 8 follow through, essentially you are following the rope on the outside. So as you can see what I'm touching there, you're just feeding the rope along that outside rope. So I'm pushing that to the side, and the rope that I'm sticking through is following the outside of this rope. So you're just going to trace it, you're going to stick it through again and then under as I'm showing, and you're going to follow that outside rope all the way through until you have a perfectly dressed figure 8 follow through knot. Now I am just adjusting the knot, making sure it's secure. The way you know that it is secure, like perfectly dressed is what it's called, is ensuring that that bottom loop is up like I'm showing, and that top loop is on the bottom, tucked under. And the other way to know is that you have 5 sets of parallel lines. So you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's how you know you have a perfectly dressed figure 8 follow through knot. You also want to make sure that there aren't any gaps in between, so you can barely see through them, like where I just pointed. That way you know it's super tight and super secure, you're not going to fall. That concludes the end of my video tutorial. I hope that this tutorial was helpful in learning how to tie a figure 8 follow through knot, as this knot is very essential to practicing safety while top roping. I hope that you also are keeping in mind that ensuring that the knot is well dressed is equally as important as knowing how to tie the figure 8 follow through knot. Please like and subscribe and share this video if you found it to be helpful. See you soon.